we're getting nothing but the circle of death. Wasn't sure if my Wi-Fi extender was working or not. I looked at it and it was plugged in. I shut the stream down and started it again. I wasn't getting any response. It didn't seem like the stream had ended on my area. I know I walked away and I got somebody showing the circle of death. I figured I'd close it down and restart it. Hey, Chew, how you doing? I had to restart my live stream. I went too far away and I guess I lost connection. Figured I'd shut it down and try it again. I walked a little too far away from my extender. And I walked over to the other side of my fifth wheel. I guess I lost connection all the way through. Dennis the Menace. Deneen, how you doing? Good to see you, sister. How's the audio and video? 5x5? I know I walked way out back. I walked way out back and then I started to deteriorate. I got my Wi-Fi extender right over there on my fire pit. And then I walked over on the other side and it showed on here, it showed me connected. I didn't have any thing saying disconnected, but I got a few circles from Jeff. And then I was reading the chat and it seems like I wasn't coming back and they were waiting for me to come back, but it didn't show anything on my end to reconnect or anything. I guess once I broke the connection, I couldn't reconnect back. I don't know how long I was talking and it seemed like the stream was going and it wasn't. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, I don't know how much of that anyone caught or not. I'm not sure if it was I'd walked out way out back and I started to deteriorate and I came back and then I thought I was still streaming. I'm not sure if I was, and I tried to go to the other side of the camper. I don't know if the camper was conflicting with where the Wi-Fi signal was, showing some flowers and stuff I had on the other side of the fifth wheel. Yeah, it's about 90 degrees out here. Like I was saying, I think I probably that Wi-Fi extender that I have right over there, I brought outside. It worked the best when I had it on the pool patio up over there the other day. Last night I was streaming, had it on the stairs of that fifth wheel. Two campers. Yes. Yeah, this is their. We bought that fifth wheel, I think, around 10 years ago. A couple years ago, I came across an awesome deal on that fifth wheel. I couldn't pass it up. I ain't gonna say what I paid for it, but I thought it was a pretty awesome deal. So I bought that one, and one of them's a lot of times for when our kids come up in the summertime and come up for a week or two. They've got one, we've got the other. Of course, the dogs, whenever me and Mrs. T-Bird come out, they have to be in the same camper as we are. They can't. They're attached to our hips. Yeah, it does. It does, but that's a really old Wi-Fi extender. I don't have the directions anymore unless it has it stipulated on the back. There is a range, but as the older they get, any electronic equipment like a Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi extender over 5 years old, they tend to lose their distance and the amount of megabytes that they can handle. Um, so I'm sort of overdue on buying a new Wi-Fi and a Wi-Fi extender. I'm going to get a brand new Wi-Fi and brand new Wi-Fi extender. I might get a couple. I might try to look at getting some external ones that you can put outside and you can plug in, like say on my fifth wheel camper over there in the outlet. I'll probably plug one in right there. I'll probably get two or three different extenders so I can have one in my garage, maybe one out here in the fifth wheel. Because me and Mrs. T-Bird watch, we got a smart TV in each one, and when we're out here, we like to watch TV. So specifically, that's what we have the extender for. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to test out whatever. I thought by having the Wi-Fi extender right there in the fire pit, I could probably walk out back. I know last night I did a live stream and I took the doom buggy out and I lost connection back there. But when I came back, it came back. But by walking out back, way out back there, it's probably about I don't know, 800 feet, 700, 800 feet back from where I'm at now, towards the back part of my property. I was getting the circle of death, I guess, and I walked back. Didn't realize it was still doing it. I thought when I got closer, it would reconnect. I didn't get a prompt to, to come up to reconnect or that I was disconnected, and I guess I was. How are you feeling today, Deneen? I think you had went to physical therapy yesterday, early in the morning. It might have been like around 9 o'clock your time. You were saying. I hope that physical therapy all went well for you and everything's doing well. Thinking about you, sister. Praying for you and nothing but good, good thoughts. A lot of grass to mow. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of grass to mow. Probably about half of my property I mow. I got like 4.5 to 5 acres that I mow. That's not in the tree line anywhere. And there's paths and other stuff that I mow in the tree lines. PTZ rock. That's good. Awesome. I should have showed you the little. I call them Billy Bees. He landed on my hand, but he just flew off. How's the weather over your way, Dennis the Menace? And on the other half of the world, there, I think you were talking. It was a little cooler than what we had. I know over around Nevada and California area, they have a lot hotter temperatures than we do. It's about when I came out there about a half hour ago, it was about 89, 90 degrees. I just figured I'd come out here and have a coffee and go live for a little bit before I get ready for work. Woo. Yeah, 60s and rainy. Huh. Yeah, I didn't get a comment before I ended the live stream just a little while ago because wasn't connected and that looked like I was. I was asking Michael. I don't know if he had made a comment on any rain his way. Usually he lives over in Ohio. He's out west, a little to the southwest of me, by quite a little ways, but not too far. Usually the weather he gets is the weather that's coming my way. Cleveland. Yeah, he wore a year out around his way too. 89 in Cleveland. Huh. The mid 80s again. Yeah, they got heat advisories, extreme heat advisories for our area uh, throughout today, exceeding a heat index of 105 to 107. But that's a heat index. That ain't real heat. I think the real temperature maybe probably like high 90s, but the heat index is a little higher than that. It wasn't a very fun day at work last night. It was hot. We were busy. Yeah, humidity is a killer. Yeah, that's the worst. The humidity. We didn't seem to have any humidity yesterday. It was sort of a dry heat. But at work, they had this I don't know the heating system on. It wasn't. They didn't have the heat on, but it's up on the ceilings, and they got high ceilings where I'm at. They're probably 200, 300 feet high, but you can see all the heat ducking up above, and they had the fans on, but all that was doing is blowing all the hot air from the ceiling down, and there was nobody there to shut them off. So later in the day, we end up opening all out of the doors, letting whatever breeze there was blow through the plant. Yeah, yeah, my little friend is back. I call them they're sweat bees, little honey, not honeybees. I call them Billy bees. I got a little friend there. Yeah, he doesn't want to let go. He wants to stay with me. Hmm. At 5 o'clock, you were up that early? Wow. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's 7:40 in the morning up there. Ooh. I woke up early today, and that was like around 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. 51 degrees. Wow. Yeah, it is chilly. That is chilly for up there. And it's usually a little cooler up there, but you're in the better part of the season. Within the next month, I don't know what's the average temperature usually get up there around July, mid 70s, any? I know the average temperature of this time of year for where I'm at is usually around 75 ish on average. 75. Yeah, same here. It's usually average 75, 80 ish. Um, on an exceptional hot day, usually gets up into the 90s. There's been very few days I've seen it go over 100. And yesterday at work at 4 o'clock when I went up to break, of course, that was the temperature in my car. My car had been sitting on hot asphalt for several hours, but it said 102. I looked at my phone, and my phone said, I think it was like 98 degrees on one of the weather apps on my phone. Feels like 100. Hell, it's about 90 here right now, actual air temperature, and it feels like it's at least that or 95 anyways. But it's still before noon. We have a nice breeze blowing. It's a warm breeze, but you're close to the lake. Is that Lake Erie you're close to? Pretty sure that's what it is. I remember the first time, if you're referring to Lake Erie, I remember the first time when I drove, I don't know the name of the road or the route that it is, but it goes east and west along Lake Erie. When I was down there, it was one of my first times. This many years ago, but I just it just blows your mind when you look across. It looks like an ocean, and you can't see the other side to the horizon. Route 2, but just how big the lake is. Of course, the closest lake that I have near me is Lake Champlain. It's a pretty long lake. At its widest, I think is maybe uh, 7 to 10 miles across. You can always see the other side of the lake or the other side of the lake. But to sit there and look over an open body of water, it's a lake, and not see the other side and see nothing but like an ocean and nothing but blue skies on the horizon, that's that's a little intimidating. Hey, good morning, Rain Sandy. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it is. It's about 90 out right now. Got a nice breeze blowing. Nice blowing. Nice blue sky day. A few puffy clouds. I'm gonna be getting ready to go to work here probably in about another half an hour. I started to stream a little while before this one, but I ended up going out of my distance that my Wi-Fi extender could pick up, and I had the circle of death, and I came back and it didn't reconnect for some reason, so I shut the stream down and restarted it. I had a nice fire out here last night. I usually do that almost on a nightly basis as long as it's not raining. I took the doom buggy out for a ride. I lit a little fireworks last night. Made a heck of a crack. Alrighty, Dennis. Yeah, I'm just sitting out here relaxing. Let's see. 98 now. Woo. Yeah, I'd have to go look. This was probably, I don't know, a half hour ago. It was like, I think it was like 72 degrees in the house because I got the air conditioner running. Kept it running all last night. It was around 90-ish. Don't feel like it's gone up too much yet, but we got a heat advisory. It's supposed to be like up in the 98 degrees with a heat index of 105 to 107 degrees today. Yeah, a lot of solar activity. Yeah, I was watching that. Me and Mrs. T-Bird are into that quite a bit. There's a little spot on the sun that's directly facing us, and they could have some solar effects on us in the next day by the 25th, which won't be today, but tomorrow we could see a little bit of the northern lights in our area, possibly because of that solar disruption. Yeah, rock hounding Huntress. Woo, welcome back. I had to end the stream earlier. He's doing good. I started another stream. I went too far back and I got disconnected, I believe, and it looked on my end like I was still connected. But by reading the comments and nobody was giving me any thumbs up or 5 times 5, I guess it stayed disconnected. I had to shut the stream down and restart it up. Yeah, they have been. Keep an eye out. You may have a little better view than I may. It all depends on the weather conditions. But on the 25th, there's supposed to be some solar activity that's left the sun that'll be reaching us by the 25th. And there could be some aurora borealis, northern lights uh, that we should be able to see. Hey, B. Taylor, good morning. How you doing? Never seen the lights yet? Wow. I've seen them a few times. There's only been once that I've seen some reds. That was quite a few years back. But I see a lot of the greens, and it looks like if you watch them, you got to be in a really dark area with no city lights or anything, which helps out dramatically. And if you stay out there, you got to be out there for at least about 20 minutes until your eyes really adjust to the darkness, and then you can see them better. If you've got a phone, a smartphone, sometimes you can view it through a smartphone. You can change your settings a little bit to where you can view them, and it'll pick up those different colored photons that are happening through the ice crystals in the atmosphere. You can see it and pick it up a lot better. Yes, exactly, War. That's what I was just saying. It's funny you kind of said that simultaneously as you were typing it as I was saying it. But yeah, they're pretty neat to watch. Um, I haven't seen anything real dramatic in our area lately, but I think it was a few nights ago I'd watched it, but we had kind of a cloudy night. You could kind of see it a little bit, but it's awesome to watch up in the nice, clear, crystal clear sky, and you can see the northern lights shimmering in the sky. kind of like greens and blues in a way. But like I said, I don't know what circumstances you have to see the red ones, but it was better than 20 years ago. You could look up and it was plain as day. It was so vibrant. They had the greens, the blues, they had reds. Yeah, a lot of light pollution where you're at, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. I live out here in the country. There's no city lights around me at all. On a nice clear night, you can look up and you can literally see thousands of stars. The only better view that I would get would be if I traveled about 30 miles south of me. No, like more than that. Probably about 40 miles south of me at the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains and go up in the mountains. You kind of get up a little higher in elevation and there's less of the atmosphere you have to look through. And it's like double to triple the amount of what I can see here. But I can see plenty. Big puffy cloud. Yeah, Michael was out here a little while ago, Deneen, until I lost connection. I don't know if he got busy or because of the circling, the buffering. I think he just left. He may be busy with Nancy, possibly. I know on my other stream I had Maddie was out here. She's from Knuckle Bustings. There was somebody else besides Maddie. I can't remember. I can't remember. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker, hello. Good morning to you. Good to see you, brother. And B. Taylor. Woo! Huh. Old U.S. military relics. What type of relics would you be referring to? I know I have some old U.S. military paper money and some coin money somewhere. I forget where it's at though. Zero light pollution where you're at. Awesome. So you really be able to see the northern lights very exceptionally well, like I can. Closer you are to the Canadian border, the more you're going to be able to see if you got a good view of the northern part of the sky on a clear night to be able to see the northern lights. I know Deneen must she must see them quite frequently. She's got to. She's right up there in Alaska. Huh. The square shark Williams bullet that you want to get rid of. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before, Dennis. Yeah, it's really too bad, Ray, that she's had to go through that so many times. Big part of it is on fault of the doctors too, for not testing first to make sure she wasn't allergic to the titanium. I believe that's what they used the first time, Denise. Oh wow, got an old pineapple grenade ashtray. That must be pretty sweet. You had to take a picture of it and post it up on your post on your channel, War. Over there, we could go take a look at it. That'd be kind of awesome to see. Rush is on. We're going up north to Alaska, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Do a little gold painting. A rare Union bullet. Hmm, that's interesting, Dennis. That's one thing I've always thought about doing. Is I don't know. I've never been to Alaska. One of these days, I'd like to go there just to go check out the wilderness and some of the streams and do a little gold panning. They say there's quite a bit of gold in Alaska. I guess it'd just be interesting and fun to do. I do it around here locally in some of the local rivers and streams, uh, varying. I found a couple of small little flakes of gold here and there, but nothing dramatic. I bet you it is. Good morning, Daisy May. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Yeah, a lot of awesome people in Alaska, just like my sister Deneen. Yeah, awesome wilderness area up there, and the moose. She always brings us great videos and great pictures of Alaska, great pictures of moose. I just hope she really be. I hope she's really careful though. I would be very intimidated to be near a moose. A single moose, maybe not, but especially if you got a mother moose with her, I guess you would call it a calf. They could charge you, I guess. I said it during one live stream. We've got a few moose around here, not in my particular area, but in the northern New York area. And every once in a while, they'll cross the lake. And I know one time I was going over across the lake into Vermont, up the northern part, and it's probably only 10 minutes away from my home. I was driving, and all the traffic was pulled off to the side of the road. Everybody had their flashers on. Once I got close enough, I could see there was a female moose, and this thing had to have been at least 2,000 pounds. And never did I ever realize on how extremely big they actually were. Yeah, Jeff, I didn't realize it showed on my end that I was still live and still streaming. I didn't realize, I don't know where, I know on the back part of the property, it had cut out, or I was getting like 3 out of 3 and then 2 out of 2. And I tried coming back and I thought it would get stronger. And then I seen that somebody had put the circle of death. And I don't know if it came back when I got closer or if it happened when I walked on the opposite side of my fifth wheel to show the vines that I had over there with the flowers. And apparently I got disconnected and it didn't automatically reconnect like it should have. But like I was saying, it may be because of the Wi-Fi extender. It's quite old. It's one of the first ones I had gotten. Had Wi-Fi extender is probably about 7 years old. I know I had it in my fifth wheel last night, all day yesterday, and it was on. I should have unplugged it. I didn't, but when I got home, when I did my live stream last night, it was still plugged in there, and I stuck it outside on the stairs, right on the stairs, right there, and to cool it off. And when I figured it would be good enough when I went out back, and it wasn't. The best place I think I had it was up on the pool deck up there. I'd got some connection all the way back, 5 times 5, all the way out back. I missed something there. I'm going back a little bit. You had a negative experience in Ohio. Hmm. I try not to have negative reactions. I try to be a positive person the best I can. I know sometimes I can be. Um, Not always. We're not all perfect rock hound and hunters. I try to be the best person I can be at all times. I try to look at the better points of life and people and make the best of what you got. I try to be very optimistic if I can. kind of wanted to go back around the outside, the other side of the fifth wheel, but I don't know. I don't know if I dare to, because if I do, maybe I can zoom in on them from here, and that way I won't lose the Wi-Fi connection. I'm thinking that it happened when I walked on the other side. Uh, see if I can't zoom in on them a little bit. I got some. I forget they're called trumpets. Let me see if I can't get a little closer here. I don't want to walk on the other side. Sorry. I'm trying to get out of the sun. Or I'm sorry. It's zoomed in. It's tough to do. I got these purple flowers. I forget what they're called. And I got some trumpets on a vine on those. I don't know, somewhere over there. I don't know if you can hear it, but I could hear a raccoon. I got a few raccoons around here. I could hear them a moment ago. They almost sound like a frog in a way the noise they make. There are frogs around here at nighttime that make croaks and whatever, but at nighttime you can hear them up in the tree. I have one, and that lives up in that pine tree back there. And at nighttime you can hear him. He's up in there chirping along. I don't know how other to explain it. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit because I couldn't see the chat. There you go, Dennis. Absolutely. Rockhound Huntress. Poppy plants. Jeff says it look like poppy plants. I've never seen a poppy plant in real life, so I couldn't tell you, Jeff. Yes, yes, life is very important. I'm gonna scroll back down. Hope I didn't mess up my focus on anything. Eastern Standard Time check, Jeff. What time is it? Of course, when I'm streaming from my phone, I don't know what time it is. Jeff's my timekeeper. He's my timekeeper. Of course, Vast, there it is. 12:01. Yeah, I probably should get going here very shortly. Very shortly, so I can hop in there and get ready for work, get my stuff together, get my lunch together. Thank you, War. Appreciate it. 5 times 5, 12:03. Woo! Yes, have a great day, Dennis Menace. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dean. Get birds the word. Pop it in. Hey, Raz Babo. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here in a few more minutes. Maybe another 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Say goodbye to everybody, and hope everybody has a great day. And if you're in an area where it's hot, make sure to stay hydrated. Uh, don't overexert yourself. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy and you're in a hot area, make sure you drink plenty of fluids and sit down and rest. Thank you so much, Rockhound Huntress. Thank you, Deneen, for stopping in. Appreciate you, Jeff Rubin. Woo! Check out my T-Bird videos later on. Alrighty, I'll do that, Jeff. I will probably as soon as I end this stream. But thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate y'all. Maybe we'll get out here tonight and maybe do a live. It's tonight, Tuesday night. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I probably will after Michael Stacken's live stream. I'm not sure. It all depends what time I get done work. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Rock on Huntress, Deneen. Thank you, War. Appreciate y'all. Dennis Menace, Rock on Huntress. Yeah. Woo. We had somebody else out here I'm missing. Ray and Ray and Sandy's woodworking. Thank you for stopping by. Daisy May was out here. That's awesome to see Daisy May pop in here. I have to go out and check her lives out every periodically once in a while. And may had Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker earlier. I got to get back to his page as well. I haven't seen him in a bit. Him and Mrs. West Texas do some awesome cooking. Alrighty. Have a good day, everyone. T-Bird out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good day, guys. Happy Tuesday.